All right, blessings to everybody on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. It is 3:33 p.m. where I currently am. Did I say Thursday? It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. Well, man, we have a lot of Bitcoin stuff to talk about, guys. Stay tuned. Oh, and as usual, if we can get this stream up to 500 likes, I will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin by the end. Well, if we can get it during the stream, I will be doing the Bitcoin giveaway at the end of this stream. And who knows, at the rate we're going now, with Elon Musk, rumors, and all this, that 0.025 Bitcoin may be worth way more at the end of this stream than it's currently worth right now. All right, y'all. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear in the chat there. I want to make sure there's no audio problems. All right, y'all. A tad more volume. All right, let's see what I can do here. Let's see what I can do. All right, all right, all right. Cool, cool. All right, guys, well, let's get right into this. So, today was one of those days, guys. Today was one of those days with the blue candlesticks. It's like when you have food poisoning and you think there's no possible way you could go number 2 again, and then, you sit down on the toilet and, it just keeps coming. That's how I felt with these blue candlesticks, guys. That is how I felt with these blue candlesticks. Because I have to be honest with you guys. It's a very unfortunate thing. But I am pretty much, guys, I am extremely, extremely exhausted. I've been doing so much. And last night I went to sleep and I totally, totally missed this amazing, amazing long opportunity. It's so funny. I took this little long trade right here and scraped out a little 1 point something percent. Took a little long down here yesterday as well, scraped out a little bit. And then the big trade comes, and guess what? Totally, completely miss it. Could have had a nice 11% move, and I totally missed it, guys. So, what did that mean for me? Well, basically meant that I had to short scalp my way back to the moon. So, today I took some trades, and I took a trade right here. Here, let me zoom out a little bit. Took a trade right here, and then right here. Took some shorts. And I'm sure you can imagine that this short right here got stopped out. Absolutely stopped out. In fact, if I come to the Discord here and take a look at the Bitcoin trade setups section that I post here, you can see that this was the trade that I was looking to take, because we were coming to a daily level, we were coming to a 618, and there were some bearish divergences forming on those lower time frames, guys, and got stopped out of that trade. Took the loss, posted the loss right here. Yeah, not so good. And then I took another short right up here, scalped this thing. The reason I took a short here, guys, is because we actually came up to the 786 Fibonacci level. Actually, that's not true, I guess. I guess that's not true. Why did I short scalp this? I could have sworn it was because we came up to the 786 fib level. But anyway, I did post that trade again in here. Yeah, right here. So we got a 1 hour bearish divergence as we were coming up to the 786 fib level. Okay, and we hit perfectly. I don't know if you can see, but we literally hit this wick, and then we got the rejection. So that was the second little short scalp I took. And that one I was diligent to lock in profits quick, right? I got in, I got out, closed the position, got the profits. And then I was looking again, and I was really hoping for, let's see here. I was really hoping for a swing failure pattern kind of thing where we would come up above this last high and then drop down. And so that actually eventually happened, where we came up to, not only did we come up to put in a high above this previous high that we had here, but we also came right up to the golden pocket. We came right up to the golden pocket. If we stretch our fib from, if we go to a higher time frame here, where did I stretch my fib from? I stretched my fib from this swing high right up here down to this low right down here, and I just saw, we were getting a confirmed bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame as we were getting this giant chicken drinking water type wick. And so I took that trade, and as well that trade is doing pretty dang well. I'm actually still in it. I'm still in it, but pretty bummed that I took profits out of this thing early too, guys. I mean, I'm still in it, but I took a lot of profits out because that loss set me aback, guys. So now the question is, now that I missed the good trade and I've been scalping these little shorts to try and make up for it, the question is, what is going to happen now with the Bitcoin? Are we going to keep pumping? Are we going to keep dumping? What's going to happen? Well, I'm going to give you my analysis, guys, which take it with a grain of salt, right? Because I was expecting things to happen that did not happen. And so basically I had to improvise. I had to improvise right now. So I am currently still in a short position. If we go to the daily time frame, we can see that we are printing a snake eyes on the daily, right? This typically is quite bullish. We also have to keep in mind that we did come down to the low of our range again, right? Our January range that we've been trading since May 19th. And we came right down to this same exact line, this 29.7 level that we were watching yesterday as a very important area, where I was not sure if we were going to be able to reclaim this or lose this. So I just stayed out of the market. But we wicked down to there at the very beginning of the dump, and this line is now currently acting as the bottom of the range. We'll see what happens from here, guys. The daily time frame, if we want to be technical about looking at it here, we do have a bullish divergence on the daily time frame that with a very huge bullish engulfing candle here with only 4 hours left in the day. So kind of bullish, right? On the 12-hour time frame, same deal. We've got the bullish divergence forming. So there is room to potentially come up a little bit more here. When we come on the 6-hour time frame, well, we do not really have a divergence, but we've got a big old green dot. Once we come down to the 4-hour time frame, guys, things are looking like it's time for a retracement, right? The VWAP is starting to point down. On the 2-hour time frame, it looks like we are printing some kind of top here. On the 1-hour time frame, we have the bearish divergence, right? We see price has come up and momentum has come down. And so really the question now is, if we're going to get a retracement down, are we going to continue back up? I think there's still room to continue up a little bit more. So what I want to do here is I want to look at some levels and talk about where we could potentially expect more upward movement if we see confirmation on Market Cipher. But before I do that, I want to talk about some of the mistakes I made today in my short, especially my first short that got stopped out, because as I reverse engineer my mindset in the trade that I took a loss on, I can gain some insight that I want to share. First, let me pop into the chat and shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. What's going on, everybody? Matt Ogle, how do you become a part of the Discord? You go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. And, okay, cool. Yeah, Antoine noticed that the bearish divs did not work in this pump. J-Boy Bullish was just blowing through the bearish divs. Yeah, I want to talk about this, guys. I want to talk about this. Is the audio okay, everybody? If the audio is not okay, please let me know. I want to talk about the bearish divs. Let's get this video up to 500 likes so I can finally do a Bitcoin giveaway. May Yah bless you too, Dylan Lambert. Yeah, so let's talk about the bearish divs that didn't play out, because when I woke up this morning, you know, and I saw this, it looked like a really good entry. Like, I woke up at 9:30 a.m. because, like I said, I was exhausted, guys. I slept so much last night because I have been working myself to the bone on the homestead. And even today, I was out all day on the road driving a car with no alternator. The power steering's out. Everything's going on. I got babies crying in the back. I'm trying to trade on my cell phone. We're driving through the mountains. I have no internet. Everything's going crazy, right? I felt like a crazy person. But when I woke up this morning and I saw this, okay, I saw we're coming up to a 618. We're coming up to a daily after a huge pump. When I take a look at the lower time frames, like the 24-minute, what did I see? I saw a bearish divergence, right? I saw a bearish divergence. In fact, I'm pretty sure that was right about, where was that? Probably right about here. Probably right about here. So after we got one pump, two pumps, and I thought, all right, we're coming back down. What I didn't take into account, guys, is the fact that when we are getting massive amounts of upward momentum, where the daily is printing a green dot and the 4-hour is still looking super, super bullish, right? Super, super bullish, where the VWAP is still pointing straight up, and the 1 hour is not diverging at all, you have to be careful with the shorts. The thing with the bearish divergences, which honestly is something I know, but I got reminded of today when I took that short, we need to look at them in context, right? If we need to go to the higher time frames first to determine the overall environment. And if we have lots of momentum on the higher time frames, the lower time frame divergences are not going to mean very much. I would say that really, if we are getting lots of momentum, the 1 hour bearish divergence is really, at least in my mind, the first sign that yes, we absolutely are coming to some kind of real stopping point. And then the 2-hour red dot, the 1 hour bearish divergence followed by the 2-hour red dot is like the ultimate confirmation that we're going to come down, at least in my mind. And so I didn't take into account the fact that we were getting massive amounts of momentum on these higher time frames. I was simply just looking at the level and like the lower time frames. That was a mistake on my end. That was a big mistake on my end, and I paid for it. But once we start to get that bearish divergence on the 1 hour, that's when I started to get more serious and got back into these shorts. And I'm glad I did, because you know, at least now I'm not red for the day, which is never a good feeling, guys. Never a good feeling, as I'm sure many of you know. So let me see here. Yeah, so the divergences, they are a cumulative thing. They're a cumulative thing. When the momentum is high on the higher time frames and you see the bearish divergences on the lower time frames, you know that the top is coming. But you would really want to wait until you start to see that on higher time frames before we get any kind of follow through with that. So let's talk about where potentially Bitcoin could bounce from if we're going to continue up, because here's the two things that could happen. This is going to be some groundbreaking stuff, guys. The price of Bitcoin could either continue up to the high of the range or higher than where we are now, or it could go down from here. I know most of you didn't know that those are the two possibilities, but they are, right? Groundbreaking. So make sure to subscribe to the channel for groundbreaking info. Bitcoin could go up or go down. But let's take a look at some key areas here. Okay, key areas are right here. What I've got going on right here on the 4-hour time frame, this is the fixed range that we've got pulled from really the beginning of May, when we lost 42K, that very significant level. And you can see right here that the value area low of the range and the point of control of the range right now are very important areas of resistance. Extremely important. Why is that? Because if we're analyzing volume and we're trying to determine a certain range for Bitcoin, like what this indicator does, if somebody doesn't know, the fixed range indicator or volume profile, this will basically give you an area which is considered fair value for Bitcoin trading, right? And anything above here is considered in a totally new range, and anything below is considered in a totally new range. But as long as Bitcoin is trading within this range, we can expect that when we come to the top, it'll act as resistance, and when we come to the bottom, it will act as support. That point of control right in the middle, that is going to be acting as support and resistance depending on what side we're trading on. And if we fall below the range, right, which we had last week, right, we came and we lost the value area low of the range, and that is a bearish sign because, unless we get acceptance back into this value area low and start trading above it, this is a very strong resistance, and this to me is a very bearish looking candle on the 4 hour, because look at that huge rejection, not only off the value area low but the point of control. Another area of resistance that we have above us is this is a golden again, a 618 Fibonacci level right here. So we came up to a very, very important area of resistance where we had the value area low, we had the point of control, and we had a golden pocket right here as we were forming the bearish divergences on the 1 hour Market Cipher B, the 2 hour looking like it's about to top out, again the 3 hour VWAP looking very sad. But it's possible, guys, that we can get a bounce and continue upward. So let's talk about some of those areas where I potentially will be looking for a bounce. The first place that comes to mind, or comes to eye, is right here. We've got on right here good old Market Cipher SR. Good old Market Cipher SR. I've got my VWAP on here. I make it a white line, a very thin white line, kind of see-through a little bit. Right? We can make it a little thicker just so everyone can see. I know I'm not streaming with the highest quality here. But we could see, we come down here, we've got a high volume node at about 31.3. And that's also currently right where our VWAP is. If we go ahead and turn on our good old let's turn it on. Our good old 21 EMA on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 2 hour here. Let's go to the 4 hour too. Just trying to see where things are at. Obviously we're above the 21 EMA now. And typically if we're above that 21 EMA, it's going to be acting as our support, right? The last time we came to the bottom of the range, once we finally got above that 21 EMA, we started to bounce off of it. So just some areas to keep our eyes on for a potential bounce are, right around this 31.3 area. Now, if we pull out our fib, which everybody knows I love to pull out my fib, I will be out in the grocery store. In fact, just today, I was at the feed store, guys, picking up some bales of straw to lay out for the chickens. They love digging in the straw, guys. You know what they do? They release fecal matter on the straw, and it gets nice and hot and decomposes it all down, right? Decomposes that straw down, and it becomes this nice black gold compost. Put it in the garden the next year, you can grow your kale right out of that chicken poo and straw, all right? So I whipped out my fib in that store, and people were looking at me weird. They're like, is this dude really whipping out his fib? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because I'm trying to figure out where Bitcoin could possibly get a retracement. Well, check this out, guys. We also have a 382 fib level right here at the VWAP at the high volume node. So, what does this mean? It means potentially we could be looking for price to eventually make its way down here for a bounce. And if price doesn't make it down there, what are some other levels we can look for? Because here's the thing, remember, if we're looking to long or short Bitcoin, unless we're just scalping, right? Like I would consider the trades that I took today scalps. Maybe the one I just took, maybe less of a scalp and more of maybe a day trade. But what we really want to do to find those good entries is we want to make sure that like all the time frames are lining up in our order. So if we come down and we're still getting some daily momentum and we're still getting some good looking 4-hour momentum, right? Like let's say the VWAP starts to look happy again on the 4-hour, because there's still room for upward VWAP here, guys. I mean, just look at what happened here, right? You could say that we are currently in a situation like this, right? Where we had our VWAP, if we just take a look back in time here and take a look at the WAPinator, the WAP, guys, looked like down here we were going to curve over and roll over and come back down lower. But what happened? We got a surprise wake up from the old WAP. The WAP woke up and started to point up again, which resulted in a massive pump, really to the higher areas, at least to the point of control at the time this was, of the range. So it's very possible that we could continue upward here. Just because the 4-hour WAP is looking a little sad doesn't mean it won't get happy again. Maybe it's just tired. Maybe it just needs a drink of water. Maybe it's just hungry. I don't know. But it's something that we do need to keep in mind. So, if we see this thing starting to get happy again, and if we see on the 1 hour that we're starting to print some kind of a green bottom here, and if we see on the lower time frames that we're starting to get bullish divergences as we drop down, maybe look for a bounce right here. And if we lose that, the next place I would look is back down at the 618, because not only is this the golden retracement here, guys, but it is also just a visual area of support, right? We could just draw a good old line here and see that price has found a sticking point here in the past. And if we go back far enough in the past, we can see that this area has been acting as some kind of support too in the past, even going all the way back to May 19th. So, this is an important area to look at, this 618, for a reversal if we're going to continue to the upside, right? If we are going to continue to the upside. Now, we might not come all the way down there, guys. We absolutely may not come all the way down there. But these are areas I'm looking. These are areas I'm looking for. Right now, we've still got the bearish divergence on the 1 hour. The 2 hour, still looking like we're about to top off. If this 2 hour gives us a red dot, guys, the 2 hour red dot after a 1 hour bearish divergence usually takes us down pretty far. Like, I think the last time that happened was, let's take a look here. Like right up here was the last time that happened, where, we got the bearish divergence on the 1 hour. And on the 2 hour, as soon as we got that red dot, it was game over, right? Right, and when we first got the bearish divergence up here, you could see like we're, consolidating a little bit, taking our time. But then once that 2 hour red dot comes in, we come down pretty far. And actually, just out of curiosity, let me take a look at what the daily was doing at that time. So, interesting. So the daily was printing a red dot. Okay, so because the daily is green dotting, guys, a double green dot. The last time we got 2 green dots in a row like this on the daily, almost giving us like an inverted head and shoulders, you could say, potentially. We did come up pretty far after that. So, yeah, I'm still keeping my eyes on areas to potentially get into a long position if I get the right signals to do so. Let's take a look at some other levels that we have on the chart that are very important. So we've got some daily levels too. Obviously, we have 30.3 down here, right around the 618 area. And then we have 31.6, obviously, right here, which we're currently getting a bounce off of right now. Like, we're finding support on the daily. So, this could be our bottom here, but honestly, I don't really see bullish divergences, not even on the 3-minute. I don't see bullish divergences. So I think we can come down a little bit more here. Those are important levels to keep an eye on. What else we got? Let's take a look. We got some weekly levels too. And by the way, if anybody wants to learn all this stuff, how to do fibs, how to mark levels, how to use volume, check out jasoncaspertrading.com, because this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. And in this comprehensive trading course, Jason, that's me, teaches you the techniques to grow your crypto portfolio with confidence. I didn't write this, by the way. I didn't write this. But hey, it's true. Check it out, guys. We go through all the TA. You could read the testimonials. How to mark your levels, how to use volume, how to use trend lines, channels, do top-down analysis, use moving averages, find confluence, Fibonacci, how to trade patterns while they're forming, after they form, how to use Market Cipher to get those good trade entries, how to create and test your own trading strategy. We even teach you some strategies that you can use yourself right out of the box. I had someone reach out to me today, say today he did his first 424 strategy, and it has been in the trade, is in massive profits. You know, we go into very much detail into risk management mindset. Risk management is super important, guys. Risk management will allow you to take a trade like this one right here and still be all right. Still be all right, right? You could get wrecked without getting wrecked. And that's honestly, getting wrecked without getting wrecked is the name of the game, guys. Having your risk management under control is the name of the game. And I don't know if anybody has seen this. I'm sure you have, but wasn't there CryptoFace and Flopping Groper? They have their new risk management calculator on their website, and I highly recommend everybody check that out. I highly recommend everybody check that out. I don't know, I don't have the link to it right now, but it's on the Market Cipher website. So yeah, go and check that out, because if you have your risk management unlocked, it will really help you. And that's part of what we talk about in this course. In fact, it's one of the most important parts of it. So there is a discount in the description, but because today is such a special day, I am going to be giving a 25% discount for the course. So I will drop that in the chat right now. It's going to be just for y'all guys watching this stream. And what should I actually make the coupon code? Let me ask the chat. What should I make the coupon code, guys? The 2-hour red dot just printed, says Ivan. Well, let's take a look at that. Here we go. The 2-hour red dot is printing. Indeed, it is printing. Let me know what I should name this code here. The red dot is printing, which is pretty nice. Pretty dang nice, because that puts me in a pretty good position, guys. The 2-hour red dot is pretty nice. It's pretty dang nice. Let me see here. Give me one moment, guys. Boom. Give me 1 second here. Just gotta adjust my trades a little bit. Gonna take some good old profits out, guys. Take some good old profits out. Yes. Okay, we are back. We are back. Pam! Fib Freedom. Fib Freedom is the name of the coupon. Oscar Waters, am I in any trades at the moment? Yes. Yes, I am. I am still in that trade. This trade right here. Short from 32745. I went over why and how I got in that trade at the beginning of the stream. I went over my loss. I went over my scalp. I went over my second, my loss right here, short from 32.99. Then I scalped this from 32.150, and now I'm currently locked in profit from this trade idea I had in right here. Let's see. Yeah, this trade idea I had here, where we come up above this high right here, and basically get a reverse chicken drinking water from that. And if we take a look here, we're actually doing a pretty nice bounce here on the daily. Let's see how this works out, guys. Let's see how this works out. Do we have any bullish divergences forming on the lower time frames? We do not. We do not. But yeah, that trade entry, I didn't notice until after the fact that we were also coming up to a 618 as we came up and came above that previous high that we put in right over here. We just shot up through it right into the 618, almost right into the point of control here, and then got a huge drop. And now we're kind of looking at where we can expect us to come down to before continuing upwards. Potentially, guys, you know, the daily obviously is a support, and maybe we are flipping this resistance into a support right now by retesting it. That's very possible, y'all. Currently, I don't feel comfortable longing here because everything looks pretty dang bearish, right? We've got a bearish divergence on the 1 hour. We've got a red dot on the 2 hour. I don't see any bullish divergences, not even on the 3-minute time frame here. So I'm not really potentially looking for a long, but I will say this. We very well may get a move up from the VWAP mixed with the 382, mixed with the high volume node down in this general area right here. So keep your eyes on that, guys. Keep your eyes on the prize. And what was I even talking about right now? Right, the coupon to get 25% off the course. Fibrox. Elon Drinking Water. Yes, that is the name of the coupon code. Elon Drinking Water will be a nice, oh man, Elon Drinking Water will be a nice 25% discount. Thank you. Shout out to Nahuel Malpartida. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Elon Drinking Water. I'm going to create that thing right now. Elon, E-L-O-N with a capital E, drinking. I'm gonna name it Elon Drinking Hydro 20. Okay, Elon Drinking Hydro 20. It's going to be a 25% discount. Boom, 25%. It's going to expire tomorrow, guys. It's going to expire tomorrow. Okay, and here it is. I'll type it in the chat here. Elon Drinking Hydro 20. Boom. Elon Drinking Hydro 20. Yeah, so here we go, guys. Dipping below the daily. And people want to know, is it a bad idea or a good idea to short right now? Well, I would say this, you know, just go back and look at 2-hour red dots and see what happens. They're pretty bearish, right? 2-hour red dots usually mean we come down. Not always, guys. Not always. Check out this 2-hour red dot. We did come down a little bit before a massive pumpity pump. But personally, my own style, guys, my own style of trading is I don't like to short support. I just don't like it. I like to short resistance. That's why I was shorting as we were pumping, right? And like I said at the beginning of this video, it just felt like those blue candlesticks. It felt like when you have food poisoning and you feel like you can't possibly go number 2 again, you don't have anything left in your dang gastrointestinal tract, you know? It's like you go number 2, and you're like, oh man, finally it's over. And then, bleh, and go again, right? You're like, oh man, finally it's over. And then, woof, and then, oh, you're like, oh, finally a break. And then, right? That's what the blue candlesticks felt like, guys. But I was looking for these areas of, you know, resistance, and I saw the bearish divergences forming. Things are looking a little bit bearish right now, guys. But it's possible, it's extremely possible that we could continue in a move to the upside, right? Is this, we putting in a double bottom right here? Is this a double bottom for a bounce to the upside? You know, it seems like we're finding some good support on the daily here. What would you want to wait and see? You know, I'd want to wait and see things looking very bullish on the lower time frames. Okay, I don't really see any kind of bullish divergence. You could make the case perhaps that maybe on the 1 minute, no, this is not even a bullish divergence on the 1 minute. So I would definitely not long here. We see money flow coming down on the 6 minute. I can't say it's a bad idea to short, but guys, I don't give financial advice, right? I'm just sharing my ideas with y'all. I'm sharing my ideas. I think we're going to come down, and I think potentially some of the areas we could come down to would be, number 1, this area right here, the VWAP / high volume node, and then number 2, well, Did we go over all those yet? I don't know. We've got some weeklies. Let's put on some weekly time frames as well. No, that's not the weekly I want, guys. Where's my weekly? Where's my weekly level? Well, that's strange. That's strange. Yeah, okay, so here's really where I'm looking. We have a lot of confluence for a move to the upside once we come down to the VWAP, high volume node / 382 level. Then again, if we come down to the 618, we kind of have the daily here too. If we're going to continue on with the uptrend, that would be a good place to look to get into a long. You could long here too. I mean, we're at a daily, but I personally would not do it. I would not do it. That's just me, guys. And maybe I miss out again because I did miss out on the long, right? That's why I had to short scalp my way to the moon this whole day. And it was a stressful thing to do. I'll be honest with you guys. It was pretty dang stressful. But, yeah, let me pop into the chat here. Let's see if we can get this video up to 500 likes, guys, so I can do a 0.025 Bitcoin giveaway. That would be so awesome. Shout out to Raz, who says you don't need to wait for the candle to confirm that 2-hour red dot. It's only 2 minutes into the... Yeah, I mean, it's best, Raz, if you wait for it to confirm. But here's the thing. What we have to do is... Praveen Kumar asked, do we need to change the VWAP settings for different time frames? You can, over here, change the... like the resolution. And I don't know, actually. I don't think that changes the VWAP. I don't think that changes the VWAP. The VWAP stays the same regardless of what time frame you're on here. But man, look at this pump, guys. Look at this massive pump. Yeah, this to me looks pretty bearish, and honestly, I'm still in the short. I've taken a lot of profits out of the short. It's currently in a lot of profit. And so I will close the short if, here's the thing, guys, if we come back into the value area, right? If we're able to come up above here and start holding this area above 32.2, which is a value area low of the range, it's also a weekly level. I don't know what happened to my weekly level here, but I know that it's a weekly level. If we go to the weekly time frame, I'll prove it to you. Where's my 32.2? Where are you, 32.2? Here you are. Look at this. Look at these weekly candles right back here, back in January. This is also a weekly level right here. Let me make this thing yellow, and it's a weekly, 32.2K. This is a very intense area of resistance above us right here, guys. We have the value area low. We have the weekly level, and then right above that we have the 618. We have this point of control. If we start trading above 32.2, then I really think we can come up even higher, at least to these higher areas, 32.4 and stuff like that. And really, I mean, if we pull out our fib from here to here, if we continue up into the, above 32.2, these are areas where we look for another rejection. But as of right now, I'm staying in my short. I'm staying short. Let me pop back into the chat. What's going on, Memory Man? Shout out to Memory Man, everybody. Check out Memory Man's YouTube channel. Search for Memory Man. He's got some good progressive rock music. He's got his whole his EP on there. I have 32,285 marked on the chart. Yeah, 32,285. 32,285. I lost that level on there. I had to make a new weekly level. Stone Buddha, but it's around that area. A bullish div just printed on the 4 minute, says Alice Marcheroid. I don't see one on the 5 minute. I don't see one on the 6 minute. And I sure as HE double hockey sticks don't see one on the 3 minute. Okay? So I don't usually use the 4 minute. But if you use it, teach me your ways. Teach me your ways. Yeah, of course, memory man. I don't say that lightly either. I'm a musician, and so I appreciate good music, man. I appreciate talent. Is it too late to short? I just kind of answered that. So Kristen wants to know, how often do I change my weekly and daily levels? Well, whenever I see a new level, I add it to the chart. And if you want to know more how to do that, check out jasoncaspertrading.com, because we go into extreme detail, more detail than I have time to go into now. But I do have a 25% discount that I posted in here just for you guys today. And if you go to jasoncaspertrading.com and use the code Elon Drinking Hydro 20, you can get 25% off. And M. Adinkra is saying, I've been a student from Crypto Crew University for 2 years now, but this is hard to follow. I'm trying my best to explain things, guys. So basically all I'm doing is I am using Fibonacci and levels of support and resistance and moving averages to try and find like reversals and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's all I'm doing. So we're finding support here at the daily. Apparently there's a bullish div on the 4 minute. Let's see if we get a bullish div here on the 3 minute. You know, but this to me does not look so bullish, does it, guys? Does not look so bullish. As we're coming up, we have the bearish divergences. We have this blow off top right into the point of control, 0.65 level, and zoom, we come down. And money flow is curving down now. So, yeah. I recommend to you M. Adinkra, there is 25% off the course, or you can learn this stuff for free on the internet. Even if you just watch my channel, there's tons of content where I go over lots of stuff. And shout out to Memory Man who got the long, had like 140%. That's awesome, bro. 250 likes. How about 250 likes? I don't know, guys. Let's get it up to 500 likes. Call your mom, tell her, hey, come like this dang video, because I'm about to get 0.025 BTC from some guy on the YouTube machine. Some guy on the YouTube machine. Am I calling Elon a chicken? I can't say. He probably is listening to this right now. Is there a way to reset the course for when you complete it? Yeah, you just start over. There's a pretty large bearish divergence on the 30 minute. Yep, there is. Indeed there is. Indeed there is. On the 30 minute, look at this. We're just coming down as we're coming up. And if we come down to the lower time frames, money flow starting to come down. It becomes abundantly clear on like the 10 minute here. So yeah, it was such a bummer I missed the long, guys. That is a dang bummer. And congratulations to everyone who caught that. I was talking to a lot of people who got that long. Congratulations, guys. That is an awesome trade. An awesome trade. Alex, the discount code for the course is Elon Drinking Hydro 20. Did I watch the B word? Don't know really what that is. Shout out to Rob McLaurin, who just called his mom. Leon Yosef. Elon said in the interview that he still has Bitcoin as well as Tesla. Is that an indication that we have reached the bottom because of them hodling? Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is. Yeah, M. Adinkra, just search like Fibonacci retracement tool. You'll find a lot of stuff. You'll find a lot of stuff. McDonough Spaghetti, do we short now? I mean, personally, I would not short now. Am I saying it's a bad idea to short now? No. But here's the reality of the matter. The bearish divergences were forming as we were coming up to this resistance right here. I'm already in a short position, locked in profit, so regardless of what happens right now, I've made my money. It looks like things are still bearish, but at the same time, we're finding support at the daily level, right? We're finding very clear support at 31.6K. And below us, we also have some supports. We have the 382, we have the VWAP, and we have this high volume node. So I wouldn't really want to short this. Personally, I would not want to. My style is I like to look for shorts on the way up and look for longs on the way down. Sometimes, you know, I catch a falling knife. Did it this morning. Okay. But if you wait for your confirmations and stuff like that, you can catch those reversals pretty well. So if I was not in a trade at this moment, I would not get in a trade. That's just me. Okay. That's just me. I can't tell you what to do. And as everybody knows, this stream, none of this is financial advice, right? This is not financial advice. If you mistake this for being financial advice, not only will you lose all your Bitcoin and all your Ethereum, but you will lose all your friends. Your parents will disown you and say, I don't even know that person. Your boss is going to fire you. You're going to get a flat tire. And then when the tow truck comes to tow your car, as they're getting it onto the bed of the truck, it's accidentally going to slide off and roll down a cliff and burst into a million pieces. Now you have no job, no car, no friends, no Bitcoin, no parents. You're not going to be able to pay your mortgage. Your house is going to get repoed. It's going to be a bad time. This is not financial advice, guys. Not at all. Not at all. So thank you, everybody who's here. May God bless all of you. And yeah, so we can get into ETH. Then we'll take another look at Bitcoin. So Ethereum, guys. Ethereum, man, I also caught a falling knife with Ethereum today because I shorted right here. Okay, I shorted right here, and what do you know? I got stopped the heck out of that trade. Now Ethereum is a little bit different than Bitcoin because Ethereum doesn't have the bearish divergence on the 1 hour. The Ethereum has the doesn't even have it on the 50-minute. Does it have it on the 45? No. Does it have it on the 20? Yes, we have a slight bearish divergence on the 20-minute. So the divergences are not as strong for Ethereum as they are for Bitcoin, which is another reason why it's very possible that, you know, we could continue up with this. Now, Ethereum, guys, unfortunately with the long, I was waiting for lower before I longed Ethereum. I totally missed the boat on Ethereum as well, which was pretty dang stupid of me, to be honest with you guys, because I mean, we had a bullish divergence on the 4 hour. I was waiting for lower. I was waiting for this weekly level down here. Instead of just simply, hang on, let me close this out. Instead of just simply looking at the fact that we came to the bottom trend line of this descending triangle that we've been trading in for quite some time, I totally missed that like an imbecile. It happens, guys. It happens. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm super busy. Totally stressed out. I've got so many things going on, guys. In fact, even today, I was trading in the car. You know, I've got all these things going wrong with the vehicle that I'm in, trying to drive this thing through the mountains. Kids crying in the back. Seed, I got, you know, losing my internet back and forth, trying to be on Bybit and all this. It's not working too well. So, Ethereum. What's happening with Ethereum? On the daily time frame, we do have not necessarily a bullish divergence, but we have upward momentum. We're getting a green dot. On the daily, we came down perfectly to this symmetrical triangle, descending triangle, which historically has given us a bounce 3 times in the past. We perfectly bounce off of that line. So now, what is going to happen? Well, same thing happened to Ethereum that happened to Bitcoin, where, you know, we did get some divergences and we came up into, let's see if we came up to a fib area here. Did we? Nope, we did not. I mean, you could say we rejected off the 382 level, also the daily and the weekly levels. Let's turn on some volume levels here and see. Yeah, interesting. I'm sure that I'm missing something here in my analysis for Ethereum, but right now we're below this weekly level, which I think is significant. If we go to the 4 hour, looks like the 4 hour is about to print a top, so we could potentially see us come down more. The 2 hours got the red dot, right? But money flow is just crossing to the blue. Something to keep in mind. On the 1 hour, no bearish divergences. So where are we possible? If we're going to continue, where are some areas we can look at for Ethereum? Well, let's do the same thing we did for Bitcoin. First, let's turn on Market Cipher SR. And we've got our VWAP line right here. So we've got our VWAP coming in at about right now 1912. Okay, about 1912. If we pull our fib from the swing low to the swing high, what else do we see? Well, look at that, guys. We have perfect confluence, just like we do with Bitcoin, at the 382 and the VWAP. So definitely be keeping your eyes on this area for a potential bounce back to the upside if we are going to continue to the upside. Now again, we just had this massive pump. We have this extremely bearish looking candle here. We've got the red dot on the 2 hour. So don't be jumping into longs. This is not financial advice, by the way. Don't be jumping into longs unless you really have good confirmation. And what constitutes good confirmation? Good confirmation is something where we're coming down to a support while the price is making lower lows, like it is right here, and while the momentum is making higher lows, like it is right here. This is what we want to see, okay? This is actually exactly what we want to see if we're going to get some kind of bounce. We want to see something like this, where price continues to make lower lows, momentum continues to make higher lows, but we really want to see that with confluence of that the higher time frames are telling us we're going to come up again. So on the 1 hour, you know, if we start to see this VWAP curving up to the upside, and on the 24-minute, things still look like they're coming down, guys. I have to be honest with you. The best trade setups are always going to be where all the time frames are in agreement. Right now, there's disagreement, because if we go to the higher time frames, it looks like we need to come down a little bit more. But if we go to the lower time frames, it looks like we need to come up. So again, for me, if I was not in an Ethereum trade right now, I would not trade, but I would become very interested if we made our way down to this level right here. And then I would also become very interested if we made our way down to the 618 retracement. But the VWAP, it acts as a very good area of dynamic support and resistance. Dynamic support and resistance, right? Once we came above the VWAP, that was our support, got another massive move. And once we come below the VWAP, it's our resistance. We reject off it once, twice, 3, 4 times before we finally come back up above it, right? So let me pop back into the chat here. Do we have 500 likes? If everybody watching this likes this video right now, I will give away 0.025 Bitcoin on the stream. So action camera can be my trader while eating chickens. Yeah, you could eat some chickens if you want, bro. I have a lot. I have a lot of chickens on the property. Wasim Hussein's been shorting ETH since 1970. Wow, bro, that's a long time ago. How many years ago is that now? It's like 50 years ago, bro. 51 years? You've been shorting Ethereum for 51 years? Man, you must have so much money, Wasim Hussein. Any ideas about where to take profits? Well, yeah. I mean, if you've been from 1970, I would definitely take some profits right here at the weekly, bro, at 1937. That's definitely where I would take some profits. My next take profit, if you're short from 1970, would be down here at the VWAP, right around 1912. That would be my next take profit, and I would make sure that you have locked in your profits, and then you can kind of let the rest ride, bro. But yeah, that's a nice short. You're in some good profit right now, depending on your leverage. You are currently in about 1.4%, which is a pretty nice move, bro. Yeah, I would take some profit here. And then I would take some profit 1912, and then really maybe at like 1838. That's what I would do if I were in your position, my friend. Again, not financial advice. Not financial advice. Is my farm completely self-sustainable? No, it's not, right? We still have to go to the store. I was just at the feed store getting some straw, getting some chicken feed, even though we do feed our chickens lots of compost and table scraps and a whole bunch of good stuff, and they free range. We still need to supplement their diet. I did grow my own oats and my own straw last year, but to be honest with you, this year it just was not worth the time and energy that it took in order to make that happen. So, CryptoFace called the ETH U-turn at 2K this morning. Did we get there? Yep, we got there. Well, what do you know? CryptoFace spot on. You have to hand it to the guy. he is an excellent trader. He has a feel for these markets, an intuition that I simply do not have. I feel like I trade much more on technicals, and he has like another sense to it. That's how I feel. So, yeah, memory man, it is hard to get free from the beast system, you know. It's hard to get free, but you know, being in crypto, having some kind of, even if you just have a couple chickens and grow some dang vegetables, you're still doing everything you can to buck against the system, right? That's really what we can do. The system cannot enslave us if we are self-sufficient. If we don't need them to live, they lose their power. But people don't get that, right? They want safety, they want protection, they want provision. If you want that stuff, that's fine. But I don't want that. I don't want that. I'd rather die for my own stupid decisions that I made as a free sovereign individual than to be safe and protected by the nanny state. But I shouldn't talk about this stuff, guys, on here, because that's how you get shadow banned on YouTube. That's how you get shadow banned on YouTube. I was reading some news here from CNBC, right? And Elon Musk says Tesla will likely start accepting Bitcoin again. Well, that's good, guys. That's good, because if we can get 500 likes on this video, you might be able to buy yourself a dang Tesla. Look at this guy, so happy. Hello, everybody. It's me, Elon Musk, owner of SpaceX, owner of Tesla. Such an honest, upstanding guy. I love me some Bitcoin. Yeah, it's bad for the environment, but you know what? I'm going to tell you. We might start accepting it again. You know why? Because we have electric cars. We have electric cars, which are great for the environment, and it kind of offsets, right? You mine that Bitcoin, destroy a little ozone, get a Tesla, a little ozone goes back up there, you know, it all evens out in the end. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Elon? Wow, okay, we just lost the daily. We're dripping down, guys. We're dripping down. Drip, drip, dripping and dropping. Nice, nice. I love when price drops when I'm shorting. I hate when price pumps when I'm shorting, guys. You guys know the feeling. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Also, it's good to come up with a plan, and the plan works out, too. That's good, too. Shout out to Vaughn, who's watching all the way from South Africa, who wants to know if I have a holding portfolio for Bitcoin. Of course I do. JB Pennick wants to know where the bad batteries go. We don't talk about that, JB. We don't talk about that, bro. Okay? We don't talk about that. Just because there's inconsistencies in the narrative doesn't mean we have to talk about them, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cognitive dissonance is good for the development of the New World Order. I shouldn't use that term. Anyway, let's Shalom Rabbi Eduardo Arroyo. Shalom achi, ma shlomcha? Ani mekaveh shehakol beseder etcha. A great guy, Rabbi Eduardo Arroyo. You know, he has a YouTube channel as well. You should check it out. You should check it out if you're into some good old messianic apologetics. Wow, we've got 3 yellow X's on the 5 minutes. Shout out to Memory Man. Nice, bro. Nice. You know, we accept all people here, flat earthers, globe earthers, square earthers. It's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. So, let's take a look at Market Cipher A on the... let's take a look at Market Cipher A on the 5... What was that? The 5 minute? The 3 minute? Let's take a look. This is the 10 minute. Wow. We've got 3 yellow X's, guys. Okay. Things starting to get real, but at the same time, we are starting to print now the bullish divergences. So, you know, I would really expect us to get at least some kind of little bounce off the VWAP, off this area right here. I would expect something off of this, something. Not saying I'm going to long it. I'm still shorting. And I'm just checking on my short actually right now. Nice. Gonna just take a little bit more profit out of this, guys. Gonna take a little bit more profit out of the short. Let's see here. Shout out to Leon Yosef. Leon, I think you have a kind soul as well, my friend. Yet one more yellow X to go. We got the 4 yellow X strategy. I don't know how to say chickens drinking water in Aramaic. You know, I don't really know how to say, you know, chicken in modern Hebrew, oaf, right? But biblical Hebrew, oaf, just kind of means fowl in general. I mean, so maybe in Hebrew, you could say Of Hashemayim Shotim Mayim, the chickens of the birds of the heavens are drinking water. AXS on the chart. Action camera is long with 1 contract. Cool, man. Nice. Let's see what happens here, right? We just lost the daily. Are we gonna back test it and continue down more? I don't know. Yeah, so we lost some people here, so I don't know if we're gonna get those 500 likes, guys. I do want to give away. I want to give away. That Bitcoin. And I'm sorry I stopped. B Baker has a keen eye. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know the ones that CryptoFace only has access to, guys. I don't know. Shout out to Ahmed. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to Dylan Lambert, who's learning Hebrew literally because he found out Kana Bozum is in the Torah. What? Yeah, the 1 week strategy. Let's check out the weekly time frame. My weekly time frame. Yeah, right. It looks like we're about to print that green wave sometime, which would probably bring us back up to the top, to the highs. You know, if we get that weekly dot, I think we could come back up, maybe even to like the value area high, like 37 potentially. We have a lot of resistance above us, y'all. We have a lot of resistance above us. And if we turn on, let's just do some analysis here. You know, let's do some analysis of kind of a more macro thing going on here. So, wow, this is pretty macro, right? We've got some trend lines here. Look at this, actually. This is pretty interesting just to look at from a big daily time frame. Is, you know, we had this this wedge here, and right now where we're rejecting off of, you know, the daily candle body is now perfectly rejecting off of these upper trend lines here. And, you know, this we have 2 wedges. We really have 2 wedges within one another. We have this one down here, this massive wedge, right, which we've been kind of respecting for quite some time, to the low, to the high, to the low, to the high. You know, I kind of was thinking we were going to come back down to the low here. I was actually really expecting us to come back down to here is where I was going to look for long. But then we have this other wedge here going on. Whoops, your daisies. And you could say right here that let me just do a little bit of this here, a little bit. You know, you could actually say that we have kind of rejected off this, right? Look at that. Look at that. Interesting. So yeah, we have a lot of resistance above us, but my prediction is I don't really know what's going to happen, guys. All I do know is that as we're dumping down, we need to look for supports, and we need to look for our confirmations on Market Cipher that support is going to give us a bounce. And if we, you know, if you're already long, I wouldn't close out my long if I was long right now. I would not close out my long. But, you know, right now, if we're going to continue up, we need to find some supports. And right now, one of the areas that potentially we could get a bounce from is, as I've already mentioned, we've got the 382, we've got the VWAP and the 382 right here, and we've got the high volume node right in this general area. So I'd be looking for, a potential bounce off the VWAP. And if we lose that, then of course we've got, I guess maybe the bottom of this trend line right here. But also, the 618 right down here would be looking pretty juiced, as well as the daily level again. But I personally am not looking to long right now. We're printing the 2-hour dot. I want to cool off a little bit. But I will be keeping my eyes peeled for some divergences. And, as I was saying, in the beginning of this live stream, it's important that when we're looking for pivots that we really take into context all of the things that we see on the chart. Like, when I took my short this morning, the one that got stopped out, I did see the bearish divergences on the lower time frames, but the higher time frames still were not showing, bearish signs, especially not for the amount of pump we were having, right? So obviously this trade got stopped out. And then the second short, we did see the bearish divergence on the 1 hour, which is why I took the short. But I was really hoping we'd come up above this high. So this was a little scalp right here, which I closed it out quick. I got out pretty much right away. And then, that third trade, this time I was really waiting for multiple confirmations and this kind of swing failure thing where we come up above this wick. I really wanted to come up above the wick right here and then start to crash down. And I was looking at the 786 at the time, but in hindsight I did notice that we came up to a 618 fib retracement level, which is an extremely good area to short from. In fact, it is interesting that, in hindsight now, I'm seeing all this confluence that we had right up here at about 32.8. A lot of confluence up there. But really, it was just Market Cipher, the 1 hour, and the fact that we came above this 786 level real quick and then started to dump right away. That was my signal. But it's important that if you see divergences forming only on a lower time frame, that you don't just enter because of the lower time frame, right? Because we did have a bullish divergence right here on the 3-minute, but it didn't really amount to much. Why? Because the higher time frames are telling us that we're about to come down. And let me see here. My strategy that I use to trade on Market Cipher is step one, you always need to wait for price to come to a level. Before I enter any trade, I ask myself, is price coming to one of my levels? One of the levels I have marked out on the chart. And if you don't know how to mark these levels, there is a 25% discount on the trading course. Check it out, jasoncaspertrading.com. Boom, 25% off. And then once price has come to your level, then you need to look at the higher time frames and determine, are they bullish or bearish? And once you determine the direction of the higher time frames, then you go to the lower time frames and see, are they bullish or bearish? And if they do look like they're going in the direction you want to go, check to see, is there a reaction off the level? If there is, you can enter the trade. We're always interpreting the lower time frames through the lens of the higher time frames. And again, I go into much detail on this in the course here, guys. Also, if anybody, for some reason, while I'm showing my own course, there's a 10% Market Cipher discount code if you use the Chickens Are Thirsty, if you use my affiliate link. Also, if you need another Bybit account so you can long and short at the same time, you can get the same old rewards that every other YouTuber gives you if you use my affiliate link, right? All the stuff every YouTuber says, oh, and by the way, make sure to sign up over at Bybit because you can get $1,600 and 15% interest if you hold money there and all this cool rewards and stuff. I got that too, guys, and so could you. All you have to do is open up an affiliate account on Bybit. But if you feel like you want to help me out and you feel like you need another account, I've got like 4 accounts on Bybit. You could use my affiliate link. And yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff I have to shill here. Shout out to Andrew Allen, who says the course is worth it 100%. Diego Escobar says, hey Jay, how you know when a div is going to play out and how not to enter too early? Well, Diego, I don't know 100% because obviously this morning I entered too early, right? I entered too early this morning. And let's see what's happening here. Yeah, small. See, look at this small bullish divergence on the 6-minute right here. And we are coming up a little bit, you know. Divergences, they don't play. They don't play. Here's how you know, Diego Escobar. This you gotta go through this. You gotta go through this step-by-step thing I got here. Okay. You gotta go through it, and it will help you immensely. You're not going to get every trade, right? You're not going to get every trade. You are going to get stopped out of trades. But what I like to do is, if price is coming to your level, you go to the higher time frames, determine are they looking bearish or bullish. Like, you know, as we're coming up to this level right here, I'm determining the 4-hour looks kind of bearish. The 2-hour was looking like it was about to print a red dot. The 1-hour had a bearish divergence. So the higher time frames were telling me we're going down. I went to the lower time frames. They were massively divergencing all day. Money flow coming down. Right? So, but you could actually even see here we do have a hidden bullish divergence printing like is this a nope. Is this a hidden bullish? No, it's not, guys. It's not a hidden bullish. Do we have any hidden bullishes? No, we don't have a hidden bullish divergence. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I thought we had hidden bullish divergence on the 12-minute. But like, how would you know not to short all these divergences as they're totally printing? Like this one right here, bearish divergence, and we just consolidate and go up, right? Well, I did short this, right? I shorted this, and I got stopped out. And you know, it's like here we go, guys. We're pumping, man. We're pumping. We're pumping from the daily. It's like, how do you know not to short here? Really, the truth is, because if we just take a look at what's happening right here on the higher time frames, the 1-hour looks like it's about to print the red dot, but not quite. We don't see any divergence on the 1-hour at all. The 2-hour looking super still, like we're coming up. The 4-hour looking super bullish. I mean, the VWAP's pointing up. So like, you know, in hindsight, we can see that we weren't getting our higher time frame signals, especially since the daily was giving us this green dot. So in hindsight, I would say how to not enter too early. Make sure that you're getting your divergences across multiple time frames. Like the 1-hour, if we're pumping hard, I wouldn't look to short until the 1-hour is giving you the bearish divergence. And if we're dropping hard, it's best if you don't long until the 1-hour is giving us that bullish divergence. And yeah, that's how I would say. That's how I would say not to enter too early. But let's check out this move here. Nice, not bad. I always do that, guys. I missed the real move. I missed the 12% move, but I caught the 4% move, right? Not bad. Not bad. It's the story of my life, guys. It's the story of my life. Just kidding. Just kidding. The Lord is merciful to me. He is good. Baruch Hashem. Only on the 15-minute for the Forex, says CryptoFace. Okay. Diego's being mean. Yeah, says Bob Mo, you can long and short at the same time in USDT. Absolutely, you can. I like to do it on the crypto because I still stack my crypto, guys, while I short. I will short USD and USDT. Right now, I'm shorting USDT because I'm trying to pay the bills, y'all. But you know, see what happens here. Let's come down. Yeah, we've got the bullish divs forming on the 3-minute, guys. VWAP pointing high. See about the 12-minute. Yeah, so we've got this low wave. We can see low direction here. I would expect that we come up and print. We come up a little bit, get a nice retracement, maybe to the weekly. Come down more. That would be my guess. That would be my honest guess. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. And I'm not right all the time. In fact, usually after the move is over, I'm just guessing, guys. I'm just guessing. But the thing is, you gotta, you can only make educated guesses. And so the entries for me are always going to be at those areas where we could really pivot, right? I don't like to short in the middle of a downtrend too much unless I have a retracement to short it. And really, we could say that all the shorts we've taken during these past months have been retracements of the downtrend. David Keller said wanted 12, got 4. That's what she said. Nice, I guess. Can I share the notepad with the notes? Well, I have it on the screen. You could go back and screenshot it, man. But I have to be honest, like, that's some top secret stuff. It's not that top secret, right? Because I show it on the stream. But I have to be a little private with it. Okay, so JMT Fan 28 says, what is the VWAP? Can you explain how it works? Sure. So here's what the VWAP is, guys. The VWAP is the volume weighted average price. And the volume weighted average price is a moving average, but it also takes into account the amount of volume that was traded at that price as well. So it has to do with volume, and that weighs the average price. And so it gives you a very good region of dynamic support or resistance. And you can kind of tell every day the VWAP will snap to the price at the daily close. You can see how we just have these big jumps in it. And this will kind of tell you almost the sentiment of the day, right? If we start the day above the VWAP, you know, you can kind of expect us to come higher, and if we start the day below the VWAP, you can kind of expect us to come lower. Yeah, it's a great tool, man. It's a great tool. And yesterday you could see the VWAP was our resistance for a long time, which is really what was keeping me out of longs. I entered a very small long yesterday when we came above the VWAP and retested it, a very small scalp trade. A very small scalp trade. In fact, let me see here. I do actually have let's see. Yeah, we came down. We came above the VWAP. You see, we came above the VWAP, and this purple candle came down and retested it while we were getting like momentum. I took a little scalp right there, and it was a small scalp, right? A small scalp, like very small. I don't even know if I made anything on here, right? It's at the market in and limit out, so it was a very, very small little trade here. But we came right back down under it, and so, you know, the VWAP is nice. That's why I was kind of hoping for us to come down a little bit more to the VWAP down here, because there's a lot more confluence down here than there is just on this daily level. And given the fact that we're printing the 2-hour red dot, you know, I want to be a little bit more conservative. A little bit more conservative, like my good old friend George W. Bush. You know, y'all know I'm a conservative Southern trader, like good old George W. Love me some George W. Love to make me some corn on the cob, grill it all up, put some George W. sauce up on there. You know what I'm saying? Get some George W. sauce on there. Tell you, man, that hot sauce will definitely destroy them terrorizers. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. I am not a fan of the George Dubs. Not at all. I hope you guys know. Any political thing I say on here is absolutely sarcasm. Absolutely sarcasm. Absolutely. In fact, the other day, somebody in the Market Cipher Discord was like, they're like, who's Jay Casper? And like, he's some Bible-thumping, tractor-riding, Trump-loving traitor. And I'll tell you, you know what? I do thump the Bible. You know, I do try and follow the Lord, right, and his Messiah. But I do not enjoy Donald Trump. Just being real. I know a lot of y'all conservatives gonna hate on me, but I got my reasons, and I can't talk about them on YouTube either. I'll get shadow banned also. All right. Shout out to Renzo, who just hit 445 pounds, and he's pretty happy with it. Yeah, man. I mean, it takes a lot of work to eat that much, bro. Takes a lot of work to eat that much. Jay Casper, talking like a conservative, cracking jokes like a progressive. That's how I roll, bro. But yeah, no, I'm not a progressive either. I'm a libertarian. That's how if I had to describe myself in political terms, which I hate doing, I'm a libertarian. But, you know, the form of government that I would enjoy the most is the biblical form of government, right? Solves all the problems that the world has if we would just abide by the system of government that's in the Torah. Because, first of all, it makes the Creator the center of everything. Second of all, you have plenty of time to get rich, get poor, but then at the end of, you know, the Jubilee year, there's a great reset, an economic reset where everybody gets their original possessions. Every family gets their original property, their original possessions. It prevents corrupt capitalism from running out of control, where 1% of the people own everything. And it also prevents horrible things like, socialism and communism, where people get so poor that they almost need the nanny state to step in and give them everything they need. And there's a welfare system built into it for those who are poor, and there's an opportunity for the poor to get rich again. I mean, it's a really great system. It's a shame we don't abide by that. You know, even if people don't believe in the Bible, I mean, objectively, that system of government is beneficial for humanity. Yeah, memory man, it is a fantasy, and the reason it's a fantasy is because man is imperfect, and we cannot abide by that. They did not abide by that in the Scripture. And you know what? When the Messiah returns, we actually will be abiding by that system of government. You know, everything that was written in those ancient scriptures is a prophecy about what the world is going to be like when the Messiah returns, right? True justice, true fairness, true provision, true freedom, guys, true freedom. So, stochastic RSI. Stochastic RSI. There's a quick pump with Bitcoin. Let's check it out. Wow. That's nuts, guys. That's nuts. Well, maybe I missed it. Maybe I thought it was going to come down here, and it's too late. Maybe these bullish divergences playing out, right? Playing out. We've got the... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I missed it, guys. Maybe I missed the long. But I'm personally... Oh, man. Let's take a look. I'm not convinced, guys. I'm not convinced. Man. Well, I guess I missed another long, guys. Well, obviously I missed another long. But it happens. It happens. I'm not convinced. I want to see us come down lower. I want to see us come down to the 382. I want to see us come down to the 382 in the VWAP. That's what I want. 382 and VWAP. Check this out here. Man, I mean, things are looking pretty bullish, right? On the 1 minute. On the 1 minute, we got a nice bullish divergence. Money flow crossing to the upside. Let's see. I just don't like the look of that 2 hour. But the 2 hour's not over. We still have a whole hour. Maybe this dot will go away and we'll just get another pump to the upside. But we'll have to see. Let me come back to the chat here. We've been on here. How long have we been on here? Yeah, we're pretty close. We have 75 likes for the Bitcoin giveaway, but I don't know if we're gonna get it. It's that Elon pump. Shout out to First Coast Crypto, who's in a long from 29.5. Dang, guys, you know, sad story, but I was long from there as well. I was long from down here at, where was I long from? From down here at like 28.8, and that got stopped out. That got stopped out last night, or the night before that, when we lost where I had my stop loss at like 29.8, right around here. So that got stopped out, which is a bummer, but not really, because I made a lot of money on that trade on the way up. But I was really like secretly hoping that, you know, we would just pump from this wedge and just pump and continue up from there. And I was hoping I could hold it from the bottom, from the exact bottom. Let's come back into the chat here. I'm going to have to cut the stream kind of soon, guys. Black Yab just woke up. Bro, you missed so much, man. I'm so sorry. Do I still use Wolfpack ID, says Artur? Kind of, not really, though. Das Vid Music, how much time did it take me to become profitable in trading? Guys, it took me probably about a year of serious trading, because I've been trading for a long time, but not seriously. And here's where it really came together for me, guys. Having a strategy that you can stick to so that you're not flopping and groping, right? Even though I was flopping and groping today by losing trades, I wasn't flopping and groping in the sense that I was entering trades without a reason or a plan. And if you have a reason and a plan and a set of confirmations to enter every trade, and you abide by good risk management, I guarantee that at the very least, you will be a break-even trader. At the very least. And I would say you probably be a profitable trader, because if you're using good risk management where you're only entering those perfect trade setups, like here's the thing. The trade I'm currently in now, my entry, 32,745. Now, I know I don't have a stop loss listed on here, but here's the thing. I've taken profit out of the trade already, and I will not allow it to go past a certain point, and I will close the trade. So if I have to walk away, I will put on a stop loss. But here's the thing. The entry is 32745, right? Let's mark that off right here. 32745, right about here. Boom. Okay. So what that means is I can enter the trade, and because it's a good entry, I'm able to put on this trade a stop loss of 0.3%, right? A 0.3% stop loss, and still be above that last swing high, right? Because my idea of entering this trade, just like when I entered this trade right here, was, and just like when I entered this trade right here, was if we come above the last swing high, right? Because I entered a short right here and told myself, if we come above the last swing high, my trade becomes invalidated, because we're not really entering a downward trend. We're continuing in the upward trend. And if we come above this high right here, I need to get out of the trade ASAP. So same deal right here. I was able to enter the trade and put the stop loss above the last swing high. Sometimes you could leave yourself a little more playing room if you feel like it's applicable. But look at what I did here is I'm only risking 0.3% in order to potentially make, well, so far I've made almost 4% on the move, right? About 3.75%. Now, yes, I'm using leverage, so leverage will multiply this by whatever leverage you're using, but you could 3x leverage your entire crypto portfolio, 3x leverage here, and still only be risking 1% while potentially gaining 12%. And if you always enter trade setups with this good risk to reward ratio, I guarantee that you will be profitable over time if you have a strategy in place, because I have back tested the good old resistance divergence strategy, and I know most of the time if you're coming to a resistance with divergences, you're going to be able to get a good short, right? So I could lose a trade, I could lose 2 trades, I could lose 3 trades, right? But then if I lose 3 trades, I'm only losing 3% of my total crypto portfolio, even if I'm using 3x leverage, right? I'm only risking 3% of my entire crypto portfolio for 3 losses, but 1 win will get me 12%, which is a net win of 9%. So you lost 3 out of 4 trades and you're in profit 9% because you have good risk management. That to me was the key to becoming profitable. That was the key to becoming profitable. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time. If you have a strategy that you know works and you've back tested it and you're using good risk management and you have the discipline to stick to it and you're not going to get greedy because you see the perfect setup. And I'd be lying to you guys if I told you I only ever risked 1% when I see the juiciest setups, right? I'd be lying. But especially if you're newer, have the discipline to only risk that 1%, right? I will risk up to 5, sometimes even 10%. Full disclosure, guys. But it really has to be a good setup for me to do that. Yeah, we're so close to 500 likes, guys. Come on, can we get 40 likes so I can give away 0.025 Bitcoin? Come on, guys. Yep, see, look, Memory Man lost 3 trades on Tuesday, but last night's long sealed the deal. Yep, that's how you got to do it. Do I ever compare my fib with CryptoFace? I've never seen CryptoFace pull out a fib. Come on, guys, come on, come on. I have to head out here soon. I have to head out. It's my wife. My wife just slaved over a hot stove, making supper. Right off the land. Right off the land. Come on, guys. Let's get these likes. Let's get these likes. Let's get these likes. Let's get these likes. Let's get them. 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 Okay, so Mark wants to know, how do I define good and really good setup? What defines a good setup is the ability to use a tight stop loss that's still a good stop loss, right? So if I'm shorting and I'm shorting from right here and I have to put my stop loss above the last swing high, well, now I'm risking 2.5% of my whole account, right? Which I'm not saying is a bad idea. If you still think we're coming down from there, then you only put 50% of your account on the trade and you're still risking 1%. Okay, but if you are able to enter up here, okay, where, like for me, I was able to enter right here and use a 0.3% stop loss. So technically I can now 3x leverage my whole account, which allows me to potentially make more money. I'm leveraging my capital, but I'm not risking more than 1% because I have a tight stop that's still smart. What makes it smart is it's above the last swing high. That's why I like to short tops and long bottoms. And I know it sounds, people always say you're never going to catch the top or the exact bottom, but I have been more successful trying to catch tops and bottoms than I have trying to like catch the trend on the smaller time frame. Tops and bottoms really are, you're catching the trend on a higher time frame, right? Because every short that we've taken since, you know, May 19th, really, every short that we've taken since at least up here on June 29th has really just been a retracement of a downtrend, right? So like this short that I took right here is not really the top, right? This was the top up here. I'm just shorting the retracement, and you know, it's like if you can find those areas, those pivot points where price literally makes the V shape, that's where you want to enter your trades. That's the good entry, because then you can your hypothesis as to why you're entering the trade is, I hypothesize that price is going to come down from here and reject off these resistances. And so I can put my stop loss right above this resistance right here, because I know if I'm wrong and price continues above that resistance, I need to get out of the trade because we're not going to reverse there, right? Of course, I'm speaking with a slightly British accent because I sound much smarter when I speak this way, right? I sound like a professor. I'm a professor. But on the other side of that Bitcoin, of course, if I want to short, let's say right here, okay, then you know, I don't know where the bottom is actually going to come in right here. It could be right here, and we come back up and put in the next high. So the only logical place to put the stop loss there is also way up here, which means I have to risk more of my account in order to make the same trade. So if you can risk very little bit of your account while leveraging your capital, you can do quite well. That's how I define a good entry. All right, did we get the likes? Okay, we got the likes, guys. All right. Here's what I need you guys to do. Okay, we're gonna go to YouTube.com. We're gonna go to YouTube.com, and we are going to go. I'm gonna post a link from my channel in here. Let's see. What video do I want? Yeah, let's just do the video on the homepage, right? The Elon Musk trading strategy. I guess I can't do it because I'm live right now, but where is that? Where's the Elon Musk trading strategy? It's got to be around here somewhere, guys. Here it is. Okay, I want everyone to go to this video, right? And you have to comment. I love pulling out the fib. All right, comment I love pulling out the fib on this video, and I'm going to do a random comment checker. Shout out to Tom Crown. Hey, Tom Crown, my good friend. What's going on, bro? Good times on Tom Crown's stream yesterday. Guys, I was on Tom Crown's YouTube channel yesterday. Go check out his channel, guys, if you have not. Tom Crown, he's a pretty cool guy. You know, we vibe pretty well. Let me drop Tom Crown's YouTube also in the chat. And we will all go subscribe to his channel. So yeah, here what do you have? Here's what you have to comment. I love to pull out the fib, just like this, all one word, all caps. It doesn't have to be all one word, one caps. It could be however you want to do it, guys. I love to pull out the fib. We'll give you a minute or two to get in there, and then I'm going to do a random comment picker, and then I'm going to give away 0.5 Bitcoins. Yeah, so 0.5 Bitcoins, not 0.5 Bitcoins, 0.025 Bitcoins, and yeah, let's get the random comment picker. I'm so happy. This is I've been trying to do this for so long, guys. I'm just trying to give you my money. Y'all don't want it. Oh man, making my Southern grandpa come out, right? All right, so y'all done that? All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to refresh the page here, and yeah, okay, we're gonna have to grab a comment from here and see who has done it. Okay, filter duplicate users, don't include replies to comment. All right, let's see. And all right, let's where's the raffle thing? Comment picker. Where is that now? How do I do that? What's going on? YouTube comment picker. Oh, here we go. Psh, sorry, guys. Okay, so Dominique de Graaf. Dominique de Graaf. Put into the chat right here your Bitcoin address. Put in your Bitcoin address. I love the Graaf. And I will send you 0.025 Bitcoins. Let's see, where are you at? I love the Graaf. Dominique de Graaf. Dominique de Graaf. I don't know. Guys, I'm not French. Yep. Yeah, you win. So send me your Bitcoin address. How much Bitcoin is that, by the way? I don't know. Let's get that Bitcoin address going. Oh, Miliano, I just did a Bitcoin giveaway 0.025 Bitcoin, which is approximately worth, let's see how much that's actually worth right now. BTC to USDs, since I only use USDs, right? Because I'm a US dude, right? 0.025. That's about $800. That's pretty cool. That's not a bad. It's not bad. Okay, Dominique, where's your Bitcoin address? Did you send me your Bitcoin address? I need the address. All I have is OMFG. Cool. Yeah, probably looking for one. All right. Well, now I gotta wait, I guess. Gotta wait. Yeah, I gotta wait. Okay. Let's see. Shout out to TK Movies in the chat. He's creating one. Dominique de Graaf, do you have a Bitcoin address? Like, what's going on? What's going on? I've got to head out of here. I got to head out. I've been on here for way too long. You know, Big Butts 28, my wife, she's slaving up there. She's waiting. Where's Jason Casper? She wants to know. You know? All right, Dominique de Graaf, I'm going to give you like another 2 minutes, and I'm going to have to do another one. Come on, come on. Put it right here, Dominic. Put it, just drop it right in. The worst that's going to happen is other people are going to send you Bitcoin. Just copy and paste it right in here. Yeah, just put your receive wallet in there, right? Yeah, don't paste your private keys in here. It's a Bitcoin address. All the worst that can happen is people send you Bitcoin. It filters, the chat blocks it. Oh my goodness. I should have had people comment their dang address. All right, well, Dominic de Graaf, here's what you do then. Comment on the Elon Musk comment your address on the Elon Musk video, and I'll get it from there. All right, comment it on the Elon Musk video. I will get it from there. Okay, I'll be able to see it newest first. I'll be able to come down to the comments and sort them by the newest first. Okay. Man, a lot of you guys love to pull out the fib. That's awesome, y'all. Shout out to TK Movies, aka Timinooson. Timinooson Kokobabas. I love me some Timinooson Kokobabas when I'm watching movies. All right, well, you know, Dominique, I will by the time you do this, I promise I will send you the Bitcoin, but you have to post it in here. Okay, you got to post it right on here. And I'll send you the Bitcoin, but I do have to get going. Yeah, you could do it on Discord. That works too, I guess. But how do I know it's really you on the Discord? Ah, I see it. Neek. All right, Neek. All right, I got you, Neek. Cool. All right, well, thanks, Neek. Now that everyone knows your Bitcoin address, maybe everyone will send you some Bitcoin as well. Cool. Well, I'm actually going to send that right now live on the stream. Let's see here. Gotta do some things back and forth, round and round, up and down. All right, copy it. Let's open up my Bitcoin wallet here, and let's send some. Okay, pasting in the address here. 0.025 Bitcoin, $793.54. Sent. There you go. There you have it. And I will now send you in Discord the transaction ID, so that you can verify for yourself that this has been sent on the blockchain. Boom. There's the transaction ID there. So yeah, there's the transaction ID, so everyone knows it's legit. All right, guys, cool. Well, appreciate you guys for being here. May the Lord bless all of you in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the God of Israel, the God of the whole earth. And I do pray that all of you are blessed and that the Lord does reveal himself to each one of you in a very personal way. And yes, I will see all of you, Lord willing, mañana. All right, peace.